Welcome to the perfectly placed preview for Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on Tuesday the 22nd of July. Looking forward to the day. 9 races on the card and going could be a little bit sticky. There is a little bit of rain about still, and I'm sure you'll get those track conditions updated on the day. But leading into it, I think pretty straightforward at this point. The results were, or the form sort of held up on a wet track or a heavy track. So I think that we can sort of gauge or take everything at face value, and you do have some horses that have performed on a heavy track. The other thing that we have that we're really enjoying at the moment is quality horses that are maybe later types, 3-year-olds that just need to get into racing and just get the experience under their belts, and it's lovely to see quality horses. They also seem to be improving, so you have your later types that are improving with every one of their runs, and they seem to be getting closer, especially when they're going a little bit of a trip. But before we get into the race meeting, we can't wait. It is the Whirlpool's Gold Cup race meeting. Looking forward to that. Those commingled pools are really something to get involved in. Very exciting, and so that is a highlight of the day. But the day in itself is really a highlight due to the fact that it's possibly the deciding factor on certain categories within the Equus Awards, and it's sort of the Oscars of horse racing. Looking forward to that. It will be happening mid-August and in KZN, so can't wait to see all the people that will be holding up trophies and just enjoying the celebration of all their hard work and just celebrating good horses and good racing, really. So looking forward to those two things coming up in the horizon, and that race meeting, the Whirlpool's Gold Cup race meeting, happening on the 27th of July at Hollywoodbets Greyville. But without further ado, let's get on to the race meeting that's happening at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth, 22nd July. And we'll start off with race 1. It is the Hollywoodbets Kenilworth Welcomes You Maiden Plate over the 1200 meters. Interesting race. You do have some lightly raced horses that are still improving, but I thought that number 4, Arco, is a consistent type of horse. It has good form and consistent, and number 9, Mount Augustus, for me has done enough. So I do feel like swingers with 4 and 9 is a good way to play race 1. And you also have other horses like number 4, Time Honored, the James Crawford runner, together with the other stable companion, number 8, World Warrior, who will be improving. But I think 4, Arco for the Centenary Syndicate, together with number 9, Mount Augustus, is a good way to start the play. Race 2 is the Race Coast D Stakes over the 1800 meters. Compact race, it's just the 7 runners, and interesting, they often bump each other. It's the similar type of fields that they go up against each other, but it does look like number 3, State Capital, might have the upper hand from the Glen Cotton Yard. Obviously, a bit of the family horse taking the reins from Han Solo, who carried those for so long. But State Capital also has a little bit of inconsistency through her form. So yes, she'll run a great race. I also like horses like number 2, Baton Rouge, very consistent, and he's so bold, and he's showing one can't ignore the Pete Water sort of good form as he goes on. But Baton Rouge is very honest and straightforward. Carries the 64 kilos, which is quite a weight. However, they can handle it. I'm not really one that says, oh, it's 64, look past it. I do think it's more the fact that he's gone up in the weights or in the ratings with his consistency. And number 1, Miller Strength, Brevin Plaatjes rides. And Brevin, speaking about stats and racing results, Brevin currently leading the apprentice log for the racing season, and he's riding with a lot of confidence and making some good choices. So it's nice to see young jockeys or apprentices coming through and improving. But it is the first leg of the bar pot on 2, so let me take you through my numbers for the bar pot. First leg is 1, 2 and 3, by 3, 5 and 7, by 1 and 9, by 3 and 5, by 2, 5, 7, by 5, 6 and 8. And other horses in this race, I mean, you could start getting into it quite a bit, but you've had a quick turnaround. Hiawatha Goldbird, Golden Death, 7 days from their last run. Could prove successful, could prove testing. Race 3, hashtag Join the Passion. It's the maiden plate for the Fillies Mares over the 1600 meters. You have some horses that are going the trip for the first time that could possibly enjoy it. I like number 3, Heavenly Mafia, from that point of view. She's stepping up in trip. Number 4, Mighty Mary. Very interesting. It's a lovely family, this Mary Hinges the dam, and just nice horses that develop quite a lot. She can be a little bit quirky, but settled down quite well her second start with the earmuffs fitted when she went the 1400 meters. It was after a little bit of a rest, but she still ran a very creditable second behind Take It As Read. who took the lead up on that occasion. So I think that she's absolutely a lively runner, and that's why I thought that swingers with number 4, Mighty Mary, and number 7, Sesame being an older filly, she's a 3-year-old in the field, but she's really done well since going a little bit of a trip. She does come back to a mile, but I don't think it's a problem. In the heavier going, it is a little bit more testing, so not the worst decision. Number 5, Zena's Act, the Justin Snaith runner, ran a great second last time when she went start to not quite finish. It was at Fairview though. Her form ahead of that had been improving. Her start before that was a good one on the winter course. So a filly that, you know, staying types that are getting better. She's out of a Judd Pot mare that typically like going a little bit of a trip. And the little bit of an unknown is number 8, Given to Fly. But I think your swingers 4 and 7 will be enough. Race 4, the Reeves Racing Syndicate Open Maiden over the 1600 metres. Nice type of race. You've got good sorts number 1, Gold Gabowski. Even though he's still strengthening up, he's consistent enough and he does come to perform. A horse, I don't know if he's been costly to follow or not, but you always got to keep, and he's almost becomes a little bit of a horse you got to keep in your radar. It's number 3, Smart Horse. Very nice horse over the distance, and he's just a big baby really. So it's still a horse that's improving and never far off them, which is encouraging. You can keep going from there. Number 9, Superhero. The Andronell Yard had a really good day at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth last week. So looking forward to Superhero managing to perform, and I think also a horse that will enjoy the step up and trip, steps up over the mile. You do have some horses that are well weighted here, but it's just a little bit challenging when they don't really have the form to back them up. So in this race, this is the first leg of the pick 6, so most importantly get involved in that. I'll take you through my numbers for the pick 6. First leg, 1, 3, 9 and 10, by 2, 3, 4, 5 and 8, by 2, 5, 7, by 5, 6, 8 and 10, by 2 and 3, by 2 and 9. Race 5, Race Cape powered by Hollywoodbets Sea Stakes over the 2200. So nice staying trip for horses. And lovely, we've got number 6, Not Want. I really liked him last time out, and Julia obliged in one. I think we're going to see a whole bunch of stayers, as I mentioned, coming through the ranks that are young. He's a 3-year-old, lightly raced, but we do have some really good hard knockers. So the filly, To a Penny, she comes into the race quite well. Richard Freer aboard, has a good strike rate with Adam. So for 3 rides for 2 places. So I hope he'll be making that a winner. Number 3, Real Stun, is an interesting one. JP Van der Merwe is aboard for the James Crawford Yard. Very consistent type of horse. Has performed in the soft going. A better horse for gelding. So I think that all adds up quite a bit. And then Vaughan Marshall, I mentioned number 6, Not Wanted. But he also has number 5, Twice the Master, who's just ultra consistent. He's really game. He takes a little bit of riding and he does just end up into a sort of rhythm and keep rolling. Number 4, Woodworld. He too has done very well, especially after a bit of a rest, and has a fair amount of pace. The last of them is number 8, Heliotrope. So as I mentioned, it's a little bit of a spread. Heliotrope loves this time of trip, but does battle at the end just to put her head down where it needs the most. So you can't exclude her, but the concern is the fact that she just lacks a little bit in the closing stages when needed. So I've gone with the place number 5, Twice the Master. I think he's consistent enough and proven himself enough. Lightweight on his back too, which will help if he goes along with the pace up front. Race 6, the Turf Talk Syndicate B Stakes over the 1,000 metres. A lovely race. We've got horses that have bumped each other often. You have the 2 Harold Crawford Michelle's Rick's runners with Elusive Winter and Peace of Mind. Both very competitive. Both love the 1,000 metres. You could probably argue that number 2, Peace of Mind, gets a little bit further. She's a little bit more comfortable over a touch further. Elusive Winter gets almost like 900 metres. So he just, the extra bit lacks a little bit. But we also have number 5, the US of A, who I think everyone was looking for last time, and thankfully he just sort of rattled through them and won quite a good race. He beat Escarpment, who came out and won a very professional race last week, so I thought that was very good. Number 7, Tanneron, I think the daughter of VAR from the Canisbas Robinson Yards, very consistent. She runs on well. Can't be too far back, unfortunately, if the going is a little bit sticky. But I think quality enough. I mean, she just keeps on performing every time she shows up. So I think the exacta with number 5, the US of A, and number 7, Tanneron, is a good move in this race. You do have other horses like number 3, Flying Finley, who backs up his runs quite quickly. You can do it with sprints. It is always a little bit of a concern though, but you will know he'll be fit. The other interesting runner is number 4, Roman Agent, and he's out of Secret of Victoria. So Vaughan Marshall, first run for the yard for 86 days off the track, so might need the run, but just a lovely type of horse to keep an eye on. So other horses you could mention all day, but I think the exacta 5, the US of A, and number 7, Tanneron. Race 7, www.hollywoodbets.net. D stakes over the 1200 meters. A little bit of a spread here, but I think the Social Squad runner, number 5, Lover's Lane, has been building up to this. Third run after a race went third, second, so hopefully can find his way into the winner's box. I think Paul Rees has done very well with him in preparing him for how he's advanced in that. Other horses, number 6 Gravity, also for the Social Squad, loves the 1200 meters. You get other ones. Adam Marcus has 2 runners. I'm just a little bit concerned that they might be coming and needing the run, but could run well. Fresh, number 1 True Horizon, number 2 Tambourine Man. You also have Timeline, where Vaughan Marshall's used the apprentice Sfiso Bangani, who returns off a suspension, and he'll be very hungry to get going again. But I've gone with the win with number 5 Lover's Lane. I do think that he's done enough at this point to be able to dominate this type of field. I also have a sneaky idea that number 4 Palace Gift could be one that could improve again, but would need to prove that on the track. So coming back and trip, I think, is a plus. Race 8, the perfectly placed Class 4 over 1200 meters. And again, another lovely race. I keep saying that, but I just think the racing gets better as it goes on. And obviously ours again still on the Whirlpool Gold Cup race meeting. That's going to be so exciting. There's a lot of pace in this race. So it is the 1200, but they are going to be going a good clip. So whether that's going to suit horses or not, I think it will suit number 3 Karaoke. Gavin Lorena rides, coming off a 150-day rest, but Eric Sands knows exactly how to prep in that way. And I think running on, when you've got a whole bunch of horses that are maybe cutting throats or doing a little bit too much up front, could pay dividends. You've got number 2, Late December, who was a winner last time from the Greg Indian Yard, who could possibly follow up. And you also have syndicate horses like number 6, Turbo 20, Noonday Gun, who also looking for the improvement, commanding possibly. But I don't think that, I think for me, Karaoke and Late December are enough here. Swingers 2 and 3, my play for race 8. Race 9, it is the Hollywoodbets Bright Future Class 4 over the 1200 meters, and the last of the races on the day. 9 runners, and we've got a really nice sort in number 9, Ridian. He's ridden by Louis Mkotwa, and good run last time, running on behind Azuri. And I think just the type of horse that loves the 1200 meters. It was mentioned that he had a wind up, so always been a quality type of horse that was possibly looking for further, but he is better just being left alone and allowed just to use himself down the straight, and really benefited from the tongue tie last time, just to get that all that air in, and it's exactly what you need. Number 2, Firing All Engines. I love him over this trip. I've always enjoyed him over the 1200 meters. He was a winner last time out, beating Lover's Lane, so hopefully that will give you an indication of how Lover's Lane goes, and just include add to the confidence with number 2, Firing on All Engines. So I think that will be enough. But number 9, Ridian, I think a win on him to round off the day. There are some others. You can start mentioning horses like All About L, possibly, who ran 5th last time and can improve on that. Counterattack. But I think Ridian's a quality sort and stands out for me in the field. That's it for our perfectly placed preview. Thank you very much for joining us. Again, a reminder to like and subscribe. Keep an eye on all the Equus social media to see the updated logs and all the chat about that, and see which way it's going to go. And it's just, like I said, been a spectacular year with lots of memories. And it isn't really over yet. We get to enjoy the Whirlpool's Gold Cup Day with maybe a deciding factor, but just really good quality racing to round off the KZN season in really fine fashion. But looking forward to seeing you on Tuesday at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth.